Hi guys, today we'll be talking about AP Precalc 1.7b, rational functions and end behavior. For our first equation, we're going to take our leading coefficients and put them over each other. Then, once we do this, we are going to simplify. Next, we're going to write out our limit questions. So 1x would be approaching negative and 1 will be approaching positive. You're going to take those negative infinities and positive infinities and plug them in for your x in your equation you just made. You can do this by taking anything less than 0 and plugging it in, and putting anything greater than 0 and plugging it in. When you do this, you'll find that they both approach 0, which would be your limit. F of x would approach 0 for both years. Next, for this, we're going to do the same thing, putting our leading coefficients over each other, simplifying, and then plugging in negative and positive infinity. When you do this, you will find out that it actually approaches negative infinity and positive infinity. You can repeat the same steps as you did on the last equation to figure this out. We're going to repeat the steps for our next example. When you do this, you will eliminate the t, which means that will be your horizontal asymptote, whatever it is. In this case, the answer is 2, which is what our equation will be approaching, which is what you'll plug in. Next, we're going to simplify things down. We're going to write an equation and show you. So for this, your degree on top is bigger. This would mean your horizontal asymptote is none. You're not going to have one at all. And that's going to always be true. Next, when your degree on the bottom is bigger, such as this equation, your horizontal asymptote is going to be y equals 0. And this is valid for all questions. Next, when your degrees are the same, you're going to want to do the same thing we did before, putting your two leading coefficients over each other, simplifying, and that would be your horizontal asymptote. And you'd set that equal to y. This is just showing a way to expand. Since n is less than m, your horizontal asymptote would be y equals 0. When n is greater than m, you would have no horizontal asymptote. And when they are equal, your horizontal asymptote will equal a of n over b of n. This is when the degree on the bottom is bigger. The second one is when the degree on the top is bigger. And the last one is when your degrees are equal to each other. For this next equation, we're just looking at a certain limit. So we're going to do the same thing, plugging our two leading coefficients in and finding our horizontal asymptote. That's what we'll plug in. For our next equation, we're going to do the same thing, but we can notice that the degree is bigger on the top, so we know it approaches negative infinity. Comment below with questions.